4 key terms to know as you begin shopping for an iron or aluminum fence. Hey everyone, Jason from Iron Fence Shop. If you just started shopping for an iron or aluminum fence, you're probably running into some new terms that leave you a bit lost and confused. So today I wanted to go over 4 fence terms that tend to trip folks up as they start shopping for their new fence. Knowing what these terms mean can help you or your fence representative narrow down the exact fence option you need. The first term to know is fence materials. This is referring to what type of metal the fence is made from. In the case of Iron Fence Shop, the 2 different fence materials we offer are iron and aluminum. It's important to start with the fence material you want because that choice will influence our answers to all of your questions. Iron and aluminum fence may look alike, but beyond that, the options, parts, costs, construction, weight, and installation are all different. So it's key to start by deciding if an iron fence or aluminum fence fits your project best, as that will influence the available options and answers you get from us. Not sure on which one will work best for your project? Shoot us an email or give us a call and we can help determine that for you. The second term to know is fence grade. This one probably confuses folks the most. Fence grade is the duty and profile of the fence. To further clarify duty, think of grade as being either a standard duty residential version of the fence or a heavy duty commercial version of the fence. Many fences are built in both grades, with the commercial version typically having larger and thicker components to take more abuse. For our Stronghold Iron and Infinity aluminum lines, the residential option is our traditional grade, the heavier commercial option is our signature grade. Grade also influences the profile of your fence. If you look on my little stand here, these inner pieces in the smaller profile are my iron and aluminum traditional, or residential grade, and these larger outer pieces are my signature, or commercial grade. Now, does that mean you shouldn't buy a signature grade fence for your home project? Not necessarily. Many people like getting the beefiest fence they can and like the larger profile of the signature grade around their house. Sometimes you may be mounting this against a public sidewalk or commercial property next to your house and need the extra strength. Just keep in mind that the additional metal and weight of the signature grade comes with a higher price than the traditional grade. If you aren't sure which grade would fit your project best, give us a call or shoot us an email and we can help narrow it down for you. The third term to know is fence style. Fence style is probably the easiest term. Style is basically, what does the overall fence look like? Is it flat topped? Does it have decorative pickets with finial tips coming through the top? Let's take a look at a few style examples. Here's an example of a 6-foot tall classic style iron fence in signature grade with the finial tips coming through the top rail. Next up is one of our 4-foot tall traditional grade hoop and picket styled iron fences with the finial tips under the rounded hoops. Here you can see our 4-foot tall traditional grade iron puppy picket fence style that adds another rail and additional line of smaller pickets along the bottom to keep small pets in. Lastly, we have our 4-foot 2-inch tall iron pool style with 1 rail top and bottom with no decorative accents. This one is built primarily to satisfy swimming pool code, hence the name. Just keep in mind with style that not everything is offered in the same configuration within our Stronghold Iron and Infinity aluminum lines. One style may be iron only or come with limited height, grade, or gate options. Be sure to check out ironfenceshop.com on the iron and aluminum fence product pages for those details. You can also shoot us an email or give us a call if you need help knowing what's offered in each style. Our fourth and final term is actually 2 terms, but they pertain to the same fence attribute: racking and stepping. Both racking and stepping refer to how a fence is installed when dealing with hills or slopes in your project. The reason 2 different terms are falling under one umbrella is because they refer to how iron and aluminum fence differently handle the situation of slopes and grades. Like I mentioned earlier, beyond the fact iron and aluminum fence look alike, they differ in about every other way. When it comes to hills and slopes, the fully welded iron panels have to be stepped down the grade. This works well for long and gradual and gentle hills. If you want to use an iron fence on a slope or hill, you'll need to work with us to determine the rise over run of your slope so we can make sure the iron fence will work with your yard. When you stair-step install an iron fence, you are essentially mounting the panels lower and lower on the post as you go, giving it that stair-stepped look. Stair-stepping typically requires a little more pre-planning and longer posts to install. You'll want to mention any hills or slopes to us so we can work through that together. We want to make sure that the gap under the step panel looks right and isn't too large. If your slope does leave a larger stepped gap under the panel, you want to plan to fill it with some type of purposeful landscaping. Where stepping covers how iron fence handles slopes and hills, racking is the term used for aluminum fence and how it tackles those situations. If we look at my small sample piece of aluminum fence here, you'll see that the rail and picket are screwed together. This allows the railing to angle or rack while the picket stays upright. This is racking the aluminum fence panel. If we look at these installed pics, you'll see how the aluminum panels rack to follow the slope rather than stair-stepping down it. Racking does have a limit though, so you still want to know your rise over run measurement. On our aluminum panels, they will rack around 8 to 10 inches. What that means is the rack will cover a slope change of 8 to 10 inches from one end of the panel to the other when it's at full racking extension. So there's 4 key terms to know when you begin shopping for an iron or aluminum fence. Material, grade, style, and racking/stepping will all influence what options you have and which fence will best fit your project. Knowing what they mean will help immensely as you look to buy an iron or aluminum fence. I hope this video has helped expand your fence vocabulary and help you understand the importance of those terms as you begin shopping for your project. Be sure to check us out here at ironfenceshop.com. Want some more details on how the 2 fence materials handle slopes and figuring that rise over run measurement I mentioned? Check out this video we did. If you have any other questions, you can shoot us an email at sales@ironfenceshop.com or give us a call at 800-261-2729. We look forward to hearing from you.